Hello again. I say again because this is now, I think, the fifth or sixth time that I'm trying to get this to start it, to hear it, to see if it all, the sound and the picture. So I think we're ready to go. So I think the best way to start this is by telling you at the outset, honestly, what I'm trying to do. I am admitted and committed altruist and have been all my life, and I want to make things better. And so I'll tell you about that because teaching is really what's involved. I knew very early on when I was a little kid, just a young little boy, I figured out that I wanted to be a teacher, and I will tell you about that another time. But I decided that teaching would be a good career for me because I could help people to learn things and learn more. And after 40 years in the classroom and more than 20 years retired, I'm still trying to do and wanting to do what I can, which reminds me that an article I wrote in the English Journal about 40 years ago, maybe, which is, well, it reveals what I think about teaching and what I wanted to do. It was a plea for cooperative continuity. That's a good title. See, I argue that, I give a visual on this now. Everybody goes to the school. We're all in school. And teachers, we have a we have a class, maybe 30 students. We hold them in our hands for a year. We work on them. We get them smarter. We teach them things. We lift them up. And then we pass them over to the next class who spends a year and lifts them up, takes them over to the next class. So up, up, up. By the end of the 12th grade, when they're ready to graduate into life, they should be able to read and write and think and speak and make the world what it should be. And I'm sorry to say that the reason it's not the way it should be now is because we failed. We didn't do our job in a unified way. So I'm arguing various things like communication and togetherness and solidarity, working with librarians who are collegial to teachers. We can do it. We can lift everything up and move it over till we get where we want to be. So that's my plan. I've told you at the beginning, it's my ulterior motive. But I think maybe I will just give you a little bit more background about me so you know who's talking to you. Uh, that's assuming you have not been reading my blog. If you have, oh, this is very good. My blog, by the way, sterlingbooks.org. It's on the internet. You can find it. Just almost 2 years running and just over 600 entries, which is a lot. And it has poems, it has stories, it has essays, it has pictures that I have drawn myself in my immortal art gallery, which proves yet again that I can't draw, but you'll see it. And, the story, speaking of stories, not to be too obvious, my book, For Lo These Many, now available and able to be read by anybody who can read. And it's full of, it's again, wonderful poems and stories, some of them real, some from my own life, some made up, a lot of science fiction, if you like that, and a lot of not. Stories that when I read them again, if they're sad, they still bring me to tears, which not only shows that I'm an old softy and emotional, but there must be something there because I've read them before, and sometimes I've read them several times, and I'm still crying. Or those other ones that maybe are funny and make me laugh. even though I've read them before and I know what's coming, I still like. Apparently, I became known for my jokes that people would think, "Oh, you're funny," and I would say things like, "Well, see, I'm not just a lightweight. I can have substance, and I can tell you other things as well." But you know, my students would say, "You're always telling these bad jokes," which people explain to me are dad jokes, and I never quite know what that means. I mean, as old as I am, I assume it means back then, like way back then. Uh, but I don't know. But then my students would say, well, they may be terrible jokes, but don't stop telling them. Which shows the way I related to my students as people, as human beings, which is one of the things I do want to talk about somewhere along the line about teaching and what it should be like and how we as teachers should interact with our students as people we care about who have their own lives and we want to just enrich them. And I would say, I'm quoted for saying this, that I want to bring the students up to the level where they no longer need me. That's quotable. People have quoted it back to me and say, "You said that." I said, "Yes, I did, and I mean it." It's in print even. And I do believe it. So they don't need me, but we'll keep in touch. We're still friends. We share the world, the large world. And again, if we are together in this, we can make it what it should be, and I want to live to see it. As old as I am, then I don't know how much time I have left, which is again why this vlog, I guess, where I can speak to you and get the word out to do my part, because I really am a little tired of waiting. It's taking too long. And there are people who drag their feet or who take us in the wrong direction. And if we get together, I keep saying, if we get together, I keep saying, there are more of us than there are of them. I still believe it. Current events notwithstanding, and to the contrary, because even when we see what goes on in the world, we see that there's a minority trying to run the show, and that's got to stop. And so that's another reason for why I'm here talking and, well, trying to bring all of us to look at the way things are. And I should probably stop soon because Christina, my darling beloved daughter who saved my life and set me up with a blog, she said, "Dad, you need a blog." And I said, okay, what's that? And she said, you push this button, blog. And now she's got me talking on camera, and so it works because I hope somebody's out there watching. And so it occurs to me that because she said, don't go on too long, and I said, I'll try not to, I tend to. But I thought maybe I could end, I used to be able to sing, and really to sing pretty well. People said, you could have been one of the top 3 baritones. And I said, oh, no, maybe top 10, but but I'd have to learn to read music, and I haven't learned it, and I can't do it yet because I'm lazy. And if I were to sing with other people, the music goes along faster than I could catch up with it. They wouldn't wait for me. So, but a song which occurs to me that goes back many years to those earlier days when people were worried about some of the things they're worried about now. Like, I don't know, there was the Kingston Trio, and there were those singing brothers. One played dumb, and the other one, they sang folk songs, they sang relevant things, and I don't know if I could try it because I'm not as good a singer as I used to be, and because I haven't warmed up, because I don't really know how to do that either. But it's short. It's a short song. That's good. And it's easy enough to sing, if I can remember it. And it is exactly directly relevant, so it's not outdated. Oh, the Smothers Brothers, that's what I was thinking, those two. So I'll try it, and if it doesn't work, then we can always delete it. Uh, and forgive me if it seems too much or not enough. Something like this. Look at, I'm stalling because I don't know that I'm ready, but oh, that's not a good note. I should try to get it better. Well, they're riding in Africa. They're starving in Spain. There's hurricanes in Florida. And Texas needs rain. When does it? Never. The whole world is festering with unhappy souls. The French hate the Germans hate the Poles, Italians hate Yugoslavs, South Africans hate the Dutch, and I don't like anybody very much. Which is like a song for the signs of our times. And maybe that's where I'll end, and I'll come back, and maybe next time I'll be better about it. I mean, I'll maybe play this back and see what it's like, and if it's...
That's Tom Laird, yeah.
Oh, it's Tom Lehrer? No, well, maybe. I don't think so. That was Christine in the background. She's here, watching over me, hovering. In fact, she gave me, I'll just show this, she gave me a Father's Day card, because it was Father's Day just a few days ago, and here's what it says. See that? Like father, like daughter. Aw. And so I took a picture of it with her standing behind me, towering over me, because I'm not as tall as some people, including her. But it's good to see that the human race is improving, moving right along. So I think I'll leave it on that positive high note, except maybe to put another plug beyond the one for my book, which, in case you've forgotten, is there I am on the back. That is me. Looks pretty good. People you should also be watching on blogs like Robert Reich, who daily gives us something to think about and tells us things that we should know that maybe we don't know. And there's the Heather Cox Richardson, who is really wonderful. I mean, she's intelligent and articulate and doesn't waste time or words on verbiage and needless rhetoric. She knows the point, she gets to it, she explains things. So, I mean, these are people that we should all be watching. So I just thought I would say that to encourage anybody who might be watching me to watch other people. And there's a list. Maybe I'll mention it later. But anyway, I'm trying to see how to sign off now, because I think I have to push a button, or maybe Christina will come over and tell me what to do. I click this again, and there